We're going to begin today's show with rumors out there on Quinn Ewers making his return to the Ohio State Buckeyes. We'll get to that on today's show, plus more transfer portal stuff. If you want Quinn Ewers back as Ohio State's QB, or if you don't, I don't. Let me know. Y for yes, N for no. Coming up on today's show, we will talk about I don't know if they're rumors so much as they are suggestions and theories and ideas of Quinn Ewers returning. Damon Wilson's latest on the transfer portal, not great updates there, and a Connor Moore update as well. Now, Quinn Ewers facing a decision. Got to either enter the portal or declare for the NFL draft tomorrow. Got to make decisions here for Quinn Ewers. Texas is going to go with Arch Manning. I don't think anyone has any doubts about that one. And I think because of just the desperation to find competent quarterback play or upside quarterback play, schools would throw seven-figure deals at Quinn Ewers. I mean, Carson Beck got a lot of money after a bad year at Georgia, by the way. Again, the key dates here. Texas falls against Ohio State. So, January 15th is the draft deadline for people of Ewers' status. January 15th is the transfer decision deadline, and I don't know if he's going to take it to that day anyway. And then the NFL gets the list on Thursday, the 16th. There's also a spring transfer window in April, which are kind of not really a huge factor here. Now, Matt Hayes, who I think used to be one of the bigger CFP guys, now writing for USA Today, had this to say on Quinn Ewers. First-round quarterback taken outside of the first round in 2024 was Spencer Rattler, who went to New Orleans in the fifth round. That's about where Ewers is currently slotted. Rattler signed a 4-year deal with the Saints for $4.35 million. That's $1.8 million. Ewers could quadruple that on the open market after one season of work. And Matt Hayes claims that Ohio State would be one team that would have a lot of interest in Quinn Ewers. And I actually don't know if I believe that, frankly. Ewers' numbers were fine in a Texas offense that was loaded with NFL talent, that in a offense with a play caller that made life easy on him. Frankly, I'm not high on Quinn Ewers. I get he was a hyped as all get out high school quarterback recruit. I'm not high on him as a draft prospect. The footwork is consistently a mess, and it leads to consistent inaccuracies and a lack of consistency when trying to push the ball downfield. It also takes bad sacks. He did it against OSU. He just ran right into guys. I also don't like him as an option for Ohio State. I don't think he's better right now than Will Howard is. I truly don't. And I've got all this young, talented quarterback youth in my quarterback room. I want to see what those guys can do. So I'm not really all that interested in adding Quinn Ewers to the Buckeyes. I get the connection, but I'm not buying it. So will Quinn Ewers stay in college or declare for the NFL draft? C for college, D for draft. Let me know in the comment section of today's show. Now, Carson Beck, which we did mention briefly on one of our previous videos. I also said I didn't buy this at all, and then he immediately commits to the Miami Hurricanes. Now, it's about $4 million allegedly with incentives. He had more of a window to declare for the draft and pull himself out and go play college ball again. And what's kind of shocking to me, the metrics here between Quinn Ewers and Carson Beck are pretty damn similar. Touchdowns, 3 more for Quinn Ewers in 1 more game. Yards, slightly in favor of Carson Beck. Completion percentage, and there were injuries for Ewers and for Beck, so it's kind of even-ish. Interceptions, the same. These guys are identical. I don't really have interest. I didn't want Carson Beck. Why would I want Quinn Ewers? Sports Illustrated's claiming that Ohio State's the #1 transfer destination for Carson Beck. Or for Quinn Ewers. Alabama's #2. Notre Dame's 3. Did we just sort by biggest colleges in terms of interest? Big name OSU, big name Bama, big name. No. The argument for Evan Massey is making a return to where it all began could offer the best potential landing spot. OSU's going to lose Will Howard. Julian Say and Tavian St. Clair are the most likely starting options. The Buckeyes could be comfortable with either of those 2 players, but Ewers would make a lot of sense because Day was very vocal about his love for Ewers. And the quarterback has a lot of love for Ohio State. So it'd be a dream scenario. No, it's not. It's not. Of course Day plays a player going to the game. What do you think a head coach is going to do before he plays against the guy that's the quarterback of the opposing team? Say he sucks? Bulletin board material? No, you're going to be effusive in your praise. You'll use generic words and say how much you love him, blah, blah, blah. Let Julian Sayin loose. He had one really bad pass in the Tennessee game. Who cares? That's a 5-star recruit that you love. Let's give him a chance and not bring in a guy that I don't think is frankly all that good. Now, coming up next, we will have the latest on the transfer portal as it relates to Damon Wilson. But first, today's show is made possible by Game Time. Game Time is the place for last-minute tickets to your next big event. Game Time's got a new feature. It's called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets for events even easier. Game Time Picks filtered out the fluff to only show you incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of different tickets to find the best value. It is curation to make it easier to find better value on tickets to sports, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. Maybe the college football playoff champs game is a little bit too expensive, but you can always go to an NHL game. Blue Jackets nearby, go to OSU basketball games, or if you want to make a trip to the Cavs or Pacers or whatever, it's also a valid option there. Download the Game Time app today, create your account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. But again, create your account, redeem code CHATSPORTS, CHATSPORTS, for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Make note terms apply. We'll get last-minute tickets at the lowest price, guaranteed. Now, 2 schools have hosted Damon Wilson in the transfer portal, the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Missouri Tigers. And the latest reporting from Steve Wiltfong over on 3 is that, well, maybe Missouri is a bigger threat than we thought here. Quote, a source that has been liking Ohio State's position for the Georgia transfer is now saying it's Missouri that could have the momentum. Between the football fit and NIL opportunities, it's the Tigers that have put together an exciting combination. We'll see if Wilson makes it to the Texas campus. They've been involved in regular dialogue with the Wilson camp. Wilson just wrapped up with Ohio State, and Missouri had him in Columbia prior to that. I don't love that update, frankly. Slightly concerning to me. I can see a scenario in which Missouri just offers more NIL. There was even the report, I think it was from 24/7 Sports initially, of, hey, if he doesn't go to Ohio State, someone offered more NIL money. Now, to be fair, sometimes those reports are always it was the old school reporting from pre-NIL of, $ EC came through, so-and-so was going to get him, but Bagman delivered. I don't know how true that always ends up being, frankly. But I'd rather play at Ohio State. I think it's a clear path to playing time. I think that team is significantly better. And if you ball out for Ohio State, you're going to get a lot more buzz than you would for balling out for Missouri. Sorry, but also kind of not sorry, frankly. Wilson flashed this year. It's a very highly touted recruit. And it would be, frankly, disappointing given your needs on the offense or in the secondary. Or in the pass rush group, given your personnel losses, your veteran losses. Just want to miss on Wilson again, since you were so close to getting him back in 2023. Be nice to land an edge recruit / transfer you haven't fully landed in recent years. So where do you think Damon Wilson ends up going? OSU for Ohio State, MIZ for Missouri, and for other if there's a team like Texas or somebody else you think gets involved there. Let me know in the comments of today's show. One more transfer portal update. Reports indicate that Montana State offensive tackle Connor Moore is no longer going to visit Ohio State. This is the first team all-Big Sky offensive lineman, guard, and tackle combination. Kind of sounds like one of 2 teams is where Moore ends up going. Maybe he thinks he has a better chance to playing time at one of these spots, by the way. Cincinnati, the Bearcats, and Michigan State Spartans have been the 2 heaviest teams linked on that front. Also worth mentioning, Auburn is not expected to get a visit either, so it seemed like one of these 2 teams for more. Heck, but depending on when you watch this video, it might already be done. As a reminder, folks, we will be live for the College Football Playoff National Championship game. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. Join us for the watch party and hopefully a little celebration afterward. YouTube.com/GoBucks.